with some breaking news on this bulletin, viewers. News coming in from France. An attacker with a knife injured children and others in a town in the Alps before he was quickly arrested. This happened in France's Annecy. The attack took place in a square in the town of Annecy, and police have detained the attacker. So the attacker has been detained. Two children are critical. They are being airlifted, and our executive editor Niranjan is joining us on the phone line for more. Niranjan, of course, a shocker coming in. There have been many knife attacks in Europe in the past, and this one is another shocker where children are being targeted.
That's correct, and the saddest part is that these children were on a school trip to the park, according to the details that we're picking up. And as we speak, another quick news update that came in that the French Prime Minister will be travelling to the Alps town of Annecy, according to different inputs coming in from France. And as of now, we are being told that 8 to 9 people have been injured in the mass stabbing spree, of which at least 2 of them are critical, 8 of them being minors, is what we understand. This has been confirmed, and it also appears that from the latest input that I have, and that's a breaking news input right now, I'm just sharing it with the entire team as well. According to different journalists, on the site, it appears that it was an illegal asylum seeker from Syria who was responsible for this attack. And we have some details emerging. This is a Syrian illegal asylum seeker who was behind the attack. And this tells you the threat of, it's one of the biggest debates in Europe on whether to allow, these asylum seekers and migrants. And at a time when all of Europe is debating whether or not to allow, these migrants. This one are coming as a huge setback, because the human rights lobby has been asking for many of these asylum seekers to be given space and for larger numbers to be accommodated in European countries especially. And it appears now from different reports that the attacker who stabbed children, and we don't know children. They were children. It appears that the motivation is not known. What the motivation was, why did he attack these kids, is not known. But certainly a very disturbing sort of an incident that has come to light. The attacker was an Syrian asylum seeker, is what we can confirm to you right now. That's the breaking news update that we have. I just want to give you a quick update about the attacker being, a Syrian asylum seeker. And these kids were aged between 3 to 5, and they were on a routine trip to the park as part of their class activity when this attack took place. And from the first pictures coming in from the site, it appears that the choppers were there, and the choppers and the air ambulances have been called in. And any time from now, even the French Prime Minister will be en route to the attack site here in France. Back to you, Samar.
Right, Niranjan, thank you so much for joining us. In fact, the significant details that you have pointed out, in fact, about this man, this attacker, this is of course a lone wolf attack, and he is currently in custody. He is a Syrian asylum seeker, and this of course will again, stoke the debate on the crisis, on the migrant crisis, and the debate that has been, going on for a long time now. And this of course will, bring the government also, and the European Union also, in a huddle, and they will also have to take many steps. Of course, we do not know the motive yet, but this will bring back that debate into light yet again, Niranjan. All right, we seem to have lost that connection with Niranjan, but right now that is the latest we have. Talker coming in from France. An attacker has targeted 6 children, have been stabbed, what we know so far. 6 children injured in this mass stabbing, and this is a stabbing spree coming in from France. 2 children are reportedly very critical, and unfortunate news coming in from southern France, that is in France, that is coming in the Alpine city. And right now, in France's Annecy, this incident is being reported. French Prime Minister is now is en route to the scene. French Prime Minister Elisabeth Borne is on her way to the crime scene. And Macron, the French President Emmanuel Macron, will also be visiting the scene. And going back to Niranjan, he's back with us now. Niranjan, as you were pointing out, the migrant issue that has been very much debated now. We, of course, have to ascertain the cause. This will be, we have to see what was the motive. But since he is a Syrian migrant, he's a Syrian, what we know so far, as an asylum seeker. It will bring back that debate once again in France and, of course, in Europe.
Well, absolutely. And just to put this in perspective as well, a few years back, if I'm not wrong, in the year 2019, when there was, the Paris attack, I think it was 2016 when the Paris attack took place, 2016 or 2015, we just have to go back and check the date. When the Paris terror attack took place, at that time as well, these were illegal migrants who had carried out the attack, illegal migrants from mostly the countries, that are war-torn. And similarly, we saw that even that time there was a huge debate on whether they should be taking in illegal migrants. And of course, France has taken a strong stand against these illegal migrants, and France itself has been a victim of several. Not just terror attacks, but attacks on its people by some of these radicalized elements who often find refuge. And it appears now with this particular attack, the worst part or the most disturbing aspect of this attack is how children have been targeted. Children have not been spared. And these are 3 to 5-year-olds, and sure to whip up a big debate once again and across France as they mull on whether they should be allowing these illegal migrants or not. 6 children injured in the stabbing spree. 2 of the children are critical. Even to just think of this incident is very disturbing. And there were the youngest of kids helpless, who were in a park when they were attacked. That's it for now.
Right, of course, the debate continues even in UK, in France also. But we'll keep a track on that story. Thank you so much for now, Niranjan, for joining us with all those details and your perspective on that story. But right now, viewers, that is the latest we have. The attacker is in custody right now. He's a Syrian asylum seeker. 6 children have been injured.